In this episode, we're going to try to decide, is real estate coaching worth it? My name is Mitch Stephen. I've done over 2,000 houses in my career, and I've been a real estate investor for over 2 decades. I'm going to talk to you about, is real estate coaching worth it, in this episode. Once upon a time, there was a young man who did not finish college. Matter of fact, didn't finish the second semester of college. He would look a lot like me, and I had a high school education, and I went through a lot of different job journeys. I always had bartending at night, and then I had the business of the month, which I was trying to launch with absolutely no capital. And over the years, I found out a lot of things that I wasn't good at, and then I stumbled into real estate investing. And I have graduated now, and I can tell you, I have successfully graduated from La Calle U. So for those of y'all who do not know Spanish, La Calle means the street. I graduated from the street. It is perhaps the most expensive college in the world. It'll give you no support whatsoever. It will spit on you when you're down, and it will try everything it can to do to break your back. So if you ask me if coaching is worth it, the day that I turned the corner in my career was the day that I hired my first coach. Not because I wanted to, because I had to. I discovered the value of a coach one day when I had 25 rental houses that were killing me. They were killing me. On paper, I had these 25 rental houses that I was supposed to net $300 a month on paper. And at the end of the day, after a year and 4 months of working on these 25 houses, I was making absolutely zero per month. Now, not even I was so naive to think that 25 times $300 is $7,500 a month. That's what I was supposed to make on paper, but not even I was so naive to think that I would make all of that. I knew there would be problems. I was just trying to clear $3,500 of the $7,500 potential gross income that I would be able to count on. But I wasn't even clearing that. It got so bad that I was going under financially. And that's when I called a guy in my hometown. He had over 500 houses free and clear. He was in his mid to late 30s, and he told me that he could solve my problem and that he would only charge me $10,000. $10,000 25 years ago was a lot more than $10,000 is today, but it's still, even today, $10,000 is a good chunk of change. To compound the problem, it was my last $10,000. After I wrote him a check for $10,000, I was going to have nothing left, very little left. So I went to him, I said, if I give you this $10,000, how much of this $7,500 a month that I thought I was going to get from renting will I get with your owner finance strategy that you're going to teach me? He said, you'll get it all. I said, I'll get it all every month? He said, yes. I said, how long will it take? He said, well, it's up to you, but it shouldn't take longer than 90 days, 120 days, maybe a tad longer, but pretty much within 6 months, easily. So I did a little calculations in my head. $10,000 outgo, $7,500 a month income every month. The math wasn't too hard. I'm in. I took a gamble on him and on me. I paid $10,000, and he showed me within about 2 weeks how to convert all my tenants into owner-financed buyers. Not only did I make the $7,500 a month, but he showed me how to pick up down payments from these people. At the time, my houses were about $35,000 a piece, and I was picking up about $3,000 average from these buyers who wanted to make payments on my houses over 30 years. If you take $25,000 and you multiply it by $3,000 down payment average per house, I had $75,000 in the bank cash, more bank than I'd ever seen in my life. And that $3,500 a month I was hoping to net from the landlord strategy, I was now netting the entire $7,500 from the owner finance strategy. So I went from desperate and broke. I hired a coach, and not only did I make money, put $75,000 in the bank, and create a $7,500 a month income that came in almost religiously every month, because I was not responsible for any of the maintenance or upkeep or anything. I was just responsible to collect the payment. And those payments started coming in. So I went from being a don't-wanter landlord to being even more successful than I had planned as an owner financier. But more importantly, that coach kept me from walking away from a career that I didn't know then, but I know now was worth millions upon millions upon millions to me. So the importance of a coach is not just what they teach you and how much money they help you make, but how much money do they keep you from losing, or how do they keep you from walking away from a career that really is for you, you're just not doing it right. You're just not able to produce enough. That's probably one of the most scary moments in my life, to think about how close I came to walking away from a career that has done me so well. Me and my family and my church and the people around me and my extended family, all of their lives were changed because I stayed in this business. But I was about to walk away from it because little old Mitch Stephen out there in the street by himself wasn't smart enough to catch on to the concepts in time to quit going bankrupt. With a coach, I was able to shorten those learning curves and take the endurance that I had and be able to last long enough to become successful enough to start staying in the business and let the business start paying me and bringing me up. In the beginning, every business we start will take its toll on us. Every business takes a year or so to get off the ground. Every business can blow through your resources so fast if you don't get some help and stop before you make some major mistakes. No one has enough resources to suffer through all the mistakes that you could possibly make in this industry before you figure it out. That's why having a coach is so important. A lot of times coaches can teach you a sentence or just one move that you can do over and over again that'll make up what a coach costs. And that's why it's important to have a coach, because going out there alone, you just don't know what you don't know, and you don't have enough time to find out. So as you might imagine, I do help people coach across the country, but I'm not a millhouse. I'm on a very small scale. I pick the people I think I can help. If that's a dozen people this year, then that's a dozen. There are ways I can reach more people, and one of them is through group coaching, which we do every week, once a week, and people call in. And so if you're interested in coaching, let's just start there, and let me show you how a once a week coaching call goes in my office. And I'm going to give you a free recording of a call. The calls usually last between an hour to an hour and 45 minutes. But the commitment on that call is that Mike, my partner, or I am going to answer every question before the call is over. And if that means we have to go 2 hours, then we're going to stay for 2 hours. Now, mind you, we're going to be begging you for mercy around 2 hours. If we get to 2 hours, we're going to start asking, could you please let up on us? But if it's important, we're going to stay till 2 hours and 15 minutes. It doesn't matter. The other thing is that all these calls have been recorded. So I have over 500 hours of archived Q&A calls. If you're not tired of me listening to me once a week, you can listen to me till you're blue in the face. It's 500 hours of it, and you can listen to hour after hour. What I'm trying to do here is offer you to get a chance to hear what one of these sessions sounds like. It's very different. We're handling questions from people all over the country about all kinds of topics. And you can learn from other people's mistakes or other people's successes and not have to actually go through them yourself to actually grab on and get something out of it. So that's one of the reasons weekly coaching call is so good, is we can learn in advance, good and bad. So click the link below in the description and you'll get a free recording of a coaching call. And just watch how it goes. Watch how those calls go. Thanks for watching. So hopefully I've convinced you that a coach is important. Now, it may or may not be me. That's beside the issue. Pick me or pick someone else. But having a coach is important. The next topic is, how do you find a good coach, and how do you find the one that's right for you? And we're going to talk about that in the next episode. So make sure you stay with us.